Hey, welcome. So, if you think marketing is just about flashy ads and making a sale, you're about to have your mind blown. Let's jump right into this explainer and see what really makes the business world go round.
So let's just start with the biggest question of all. When I say the word marketing, what's the very first thing that pops into your head? For most of us, it's usually one of two things.
Yep, advertising and selling. But you know what? That's really just the tip of the iceberg. Marketing is so much more than just pushing a product. It's actually a deep, strategic process that, when it's done right, drives the entire business.
So here's our game plan for the next few minutes. We're going to build a complete picture, starting with what marketing really is. Then we'll look at the tools every marketer needs, see how the whole mindset has changed over time, understand the world they have to play in, and wrap it all up with one key takeaway.
All right, first up, what is marketing really? Let's get way beyond the billboard and the annoying pop-up ad to see what's actually going on behind the curtain. Okay, here's the textbook definition, and I want you to zero in on two key phrases here: creating value and building relationships. See, it's not about a one-and-done transaction. It's about a long-term connection that's good for everybody. The company gives you something of value, and in return, they capture value. We're talking sales, sure, but also loyalty and people telling their friends how great you are.
You know, what's so cool about this is it really gets to the DNA of marketing. It all starts and ends with the customer. Everything is about them. And it's never finished. It's this constant cycle of learning, trying something, and adapting. And my favorite part? It's this awesome blend of left brain data crunching and right brain big idea creativity.
Okay, section 2, the marketer's toolkit. Now that we know what marketing is, let's look at how marketers actually do it. And that brings us to the legendary 4 Ps.
This is one of the most foundational ideas in the entire field, the marketing mix. Just think of it like the 4 main control knobs a company can turn and tweak to influence how much people want their product. And they're famously known as, you guessed it, the 4 Ps.
And this table breaks it down perfectly. Let's imagine a local coffee shop. The product? That's their amazing, ethically sourced latte. The price is the $5 you pay for it. Place is the cute cafe on the corner, but it's also their profile on a food delivery app. And promotion is that tempting Instagram ad you saw this morning. But here's the real aha moment. All of these have to work together. If they suddenly raise the price to $7, the promotion has to change to make it feel way more premium. And maybe the product needs a fancier cup. It's all about harmony.
So having the tools is one thing, but the philosophy, the big idea behind how you use them, that's what really counts. And believe me, that philosophy has changed a lot over the last 100 years or so.
This is actually a fascinating story of how businesses grew up. We started with a production concept, which was basically, let's just make stuff as cheaply and widely available as possible. Then we got the product concept. Okay, let's make the absolute best thing. That morphed into the selling concept. We built it, now we have to push really hard to sell it. But the real breakthrough was the marketing concept, where someone finally said, hey, wait a minute, maybe we should figure out what people actually want and then make that. And today, we're even moving beyond that to the societal marketing concept, which asks, how can we make customers happy while also doing good for the world? Okay, let's zoom out one last time, because no company and no marketing plan exists in a quiet little bubble. It is surrounded by all these forces that shape every single decision it makes. And honestly, understanding this universe is totally non-negotiable if you want to succeed. This is how marketers spot new trends, see threats coming a mile away, like a new competitor or a new law, and make sure their plans don't become totally irrelevant overnight. So we can basically split this universe into 2 zones. You've got the micro environment. Those are the players right in your immediate orbit, the ones you can actually influence a bit. And then there's the macro environment. That's the big picture, the massive forces you have zero control over, but you absolutely have to adapt to. Think of your micro environment as your immediate neighborhood. It's your own company, your suppliers, your competitors. It's also the intermediaries, like the retailers or delivery services that connect you to customers, and its various publics, like the media or local groups. But right smack in the center of it all, the reason any of it exists, are your customers. They are the star of the show. So if that was the neighborhood, this is the whole planet. And to try and make sense of all these huge, uncontrollable forces, marketers have a super handy framework they use called PESTLE. This is literally how you scan the horizon. What new laws are coming down the pipe? How's the economy hitting people's wallets? What big cultural shifts are happening? Is there a new technology that could change everything? What's going on with sustainability in the environment? Are people moving? Getting older? These are the giant waves that marketers have to learn how to surf.
Whew, we have covered a ton of ground, from a simple definition all the way to the global environment. So let's bring this all home and nail down the single most important idea to walk away with. If you remember only one thing from this whole explainer, please let it be this. Marketing is not just the promotion piece, that tip of the iceberg we talked about at the beginning. It's a connected system where everything we've just discussed has to work together to create that magic word, value.
And this slide shows that flow beautifully. Great marketing always starts by understanding the world you're operating in. Based on that understanding, you pick your guiding philosophy. Then you use your toolkit, those 4 Ps, to bring that philosophy to life. And the whole point of it all, that final step, to create real, genuine value for your customer, and by doing that, capture value right back for your business.
Which of course brings us to the future. We've seen marketing thinking evolve all the way from the factory floor to focusing on the good of society. So, in a world with artificial intelligence and where everything can be personalized just for you, what comes next? What's going to be the next big idea that drives the marketing of tomorrow? Definitely something to think about.